Hey everyone, welcome back to more of Stranded, and we're gonna continue on into level 6, which is the Illusion Fortress. And yeah, you can already see the invisible enemies in this place, so this is gonna be a little bit fun to deal with. The music in this, I think it comes off from the game, actually. I had to look it up. I think it's, correct me if I'm wrong, if it's Illusion of Gaia. So kind of the name comes directly from the name of this fortress comes right from the game. Now this room is water. And it looks like a dead end at first, but you use your flute, you're gonna basically get rid of all the water. And a couple of fire robes in this room. This wizard robe here we'll deal with later. You actually head on up. If you notice, the room is kind of shaped like what you'd probably find a Gleeok. And sure enough, that's where, if you pay for that info, you're gonna find the invisible enemy, and this is pretty much it right here. Although if you have sword beams, you might as well just spam from the doorway. I don't know how many heads that was. It was probably, what, 2 or 3 headed? I'm not sure how many heads were on that Gleeok. I mean, you can kind of see the enemies, but it's still kind of hard to trace them. And you might want to take a note on this hint, because this is going to be for later in the level. So it doesn't make much sense right now, but when you get to that room, the hint will make more sense at that point. Alright, so you won't actually go up at this point. Find more blue land molas. I'll get a lot of money at least. And you pretty much go up as far as you can here. More invisible bats to deal with. After you get rid of all the bats, find some stairs, and this is where you're gonna get the amulet. And you pretty much want to find this as fast as you can, because there are lots of these rooms with invisible enemies. Although I think you will still have some rooms with invisible enemies, because the amulet's not used to see them. But for the most part, you can now see most of these enemies. And just to be complete, we're going to go into all these passages. I don't think there's anything in this room. This is a dead end. And unfortunately, I think some of these rooms have instant respawn. Let's see, this room has, bat robes. Now, while this might be annoying at first, you're gonna find lots of bat robes in this place, but again, keep in mind that these bat robe keys actually drop refills for you. So that makes these types of rooms a little bit easier to go through. It's just more grinding out and taking all the bats in here. It'd be a good way to get magic and heart refills. Upgrade a few blue robes. Actually, I think Hookshot can stun. Kind of an option to keep on hand. In this room, I don't think there's anything in this room. There's more bat robes. Yeah, so you may be slashing, hacking away through these rooms, but if you look at all the hearts there, I mean, you shouldn't really be in too much danger with your life, because you get tons of refills in these types of rooms. And you can actually go down this room. And this is probably where you're going to need that amulet, because if you don't have that amulet, I believe all these enemies are invisible. And you're not going to be able to do much in this type of room because of the dark background. So you won't be able to get any sort of contrast. You know, you notice like at the beginning of the level, you can kind of see where the enemies are. You wouldn't be able to see them in this type of room. They'd be, completely invisible. So you're just gonna hack and slash away, just try to get rid of all the bat robes at some point. Even dropping red jars so you can get all your magic back in one go. And so now that you have the amulet, you can actually get through these rooms. Again, because of all the black backgrounds here, you wouldn't be able to see any of the enemies at all without the amulet. Again, not to worry about all these bat rope keys. All these jars, parts, tons of refills in these rooms. If you actually stand on the top edge of the screen, I think you're relatively safe. I don't think it's absolutely safe, but probably safer than being in the middle of the room. And you're pretty much going to be just hacking, slashing through these rooms. That's literally all you're doing. Try to get rid of some of those bat robes, make your life a little easier. Half the time you're not even gonna know what you're slashing at. Look at all these magic jars. I mean, eventually you'll grind your way through these rooms. It just might take a little while. Since you can't one-shot these backrope keys yet. Again, that's why it's a good thing they dropped refills. You imagine they didn't. These rooms would be like nightmares to go through. Pretty much you would be probably trying to hang out at the very top edge here. It'd probably give you relative safety. And pretty much the whole point of that was just to pick up a key. And yeah, there's instant respawn. So after you get that one key, you pretty much make your way back to the start. I think there's still invisible bats in here, so the ones that you can't even see with the amulet. This room is just a bunch of regular ones, so not a big deal with this type of room. Now, it doesn't really matter which, well, it kind of does matter which door you go into. There's only one right path, but if you choose the wrong ones, you'll get another key. So we'll just go into all the wrong paths first. And another, just hacking away at these bats. It takes a few hits to knock out these bat robes. Now you can get your boomerang to help you a little bit, because it does the same amount of damage to these bats as your sword. Again, you know, even if you go the wrong way, you'll pick up extra keys. Now, this is actually the main path, but you actually want to take out all these bat robes. And then, even though it might take a while, but you know, eventually just keep slashing away. Eventually, you know, you get rid of all the bat robes. you see, pick up another key there. So don't forget that key. Alright, so this room you can actually go down. Have another key, you're gonna have to go back and find one. Alright, this level also has a couple of these mazes. You choose which teleporter to go into. Pretty much this one, I believe, is the one you want to go into last. The other three you can do in any order you want. So, I guess I'll just start with this one. Alright, so instead of going down, you actually want to go right. And this is where that hint comes into play with the spiky situation. So you actually want to, if you follow the advice, you actually go around the edge first. And in the second room, you actually just go straight through it. And you just stumble your way through this room to get that key. So all those warps you're gonna have to deal with the corners and all that stuff. And you pretty much just skip by all this. Pretty much you want to make your way back to that warp point. You know, the room with the 4 warps. Alright, so we'll pick another one. Guess we'll pick this one next. And yes, you still get invisible enemies. So you gotta be a little bit on guard, but I think it's usually just bats, so it's not as big an issue. Now this is kind of a vague clue. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now, but you might actually try out some stuff later on. And actually you might want to know the thing's weakness because it really makes the whole battle a lot easier. Alright, so this one you actually want to go left. And it takes you to another one of these rooms. Now this one's a little bit of a tighter network. So it's just a cluster of rooms. So if you want to actually explore everything, then you want to take the upper left portal. Pretty much these all overlap with each other. But this one will let you explore all the rooms. So you want to make sure you pick up this key. So I think in that room with the 4 portals, I think either of the upper 2 portals works. But, you know, just to be simple, just take the upper left one. Give you a complete exploration of everything here. I don't think any of these other rooms have anything in them. this leads you out, so you know, now that you've got your key, you can just kind of exit. And head to the right. And a free compass for you. And you're gonna have to, again, kind of stumble through the walls. And if you want to get back to the start, you just head on down this way. You know, skip those fire robes. I don't think you get anything for that. And you pretty much just rinse and repeat. You just go back to that room and keep taking other portals until you finish exploring everything. Next one will be the lower right portal. I don't think you have to KO this bat robe, actually. Alright, so this one, you can kind of look at your map and try to get a sense of where you can explore. You go up first, you can find the map. And yeah, you can tell this map isn't exactly small, right? Yeah, like the map really helps you out. Because of the 8x8 grid, it covers the entire map. So it's a matter of trying to get to all these rooms. Yeah, this is when the map is pretty much completely useless to you, when it covers up the whole 8x8 grid. Alright, so after you pick up that key, to get back to the start, you want to go left. And if you head on down, here you get a whole bunch of wind robes, which I'm not really sure what the point of this is, because even if you get hit by the wind robe, you're going to be taken right back to the start anyway. I mean, that portal will take you back to start. It's kind of weird. And I don't think you get anything for taking out these wind robes, just doing it for fun. Just to show you they're not quite as annoying as, you know, you initially would think they are. Alright, so if you take this portal, you know, it takes you back to start. So, I mean, even if you got hit by the wind rope blast, it would take you right back to the start anyway. There'd be no difference. Okay, now this time you can go into the upper right portal. You gotta make sure you go into the other 3 corners first, because you need all the keys from there. You want to start going down. And this is where you're going to need your keys. So at least the hookshot can stun these whiz robes, so you can actually take them out a little easier. And here you got 3 of them. But I don't think you even have to take these out. You don't get anything for it. this room, okay, there's a little more junk in this room to deal with. You always want to try to stand between tiles, try to keep the Windrobe out of the equation, while you just wipe off all the other Windrobes. And here is the magic wand. This is actually pretty useful, you know, besides its standard magic wand use. It has a little extra tidbit to this. And obviously you're going to need it to complete the level, but it has a few extra little bonuses to it. And to get back to the start, you just go this way. Go left from the corner. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the left here. You may have noticed, you know, just remember that Wizrobe statue. And this thing uses up a lot of magic, so if you have a... make sure you found the magic ring and ideally the double magic, because that's going to give you some room to work with. And that's the little perk with the magic wand. It pretty much, remember, one of the pay-for-info things is, you know, Wizrobes hate their own magic. So basically, this is just like you're using arrows on Pole's voice, essentially. So it will blast through Wizrobes. Now that statue, you use the wand, you can, that's why you need the wand. You know, those Wizrobe statues, you know, you need that to reveal the stairs. Now, it of course only works against Wizrobes. If you use it, say, against a Batrobe, you know, or Batrobe keys, you know, if you use the wand, it's just going to behave like a normal damaging attack. So it's not going to do you any good. And it may be good to just, you know, hack away at this, let them make more, you know, bats for you, so that you can get refills, essentially. There's your boss key. Yeah, it takes a while to explore an 8x8 map. Alright, so we're gonna make our way back to that other room with the 4 portals. Now this time, instead of going into any of the portals, if you look at your map, there's a room you haven't reached yet. And if you actually walk through this wall, you can get to this room with a lone Wizrobe statue. So again, you need your magic wand. Imagine if you didn't have a magic ring or the double magic. I mean, you know, that magic wand would take a jar per use, so you'd run out of magic pretty quickly. And another of those pay for infos, I think, was mentioning something about fake Triforce. So this one is the fake one. You know, pretty clear because the compass does not point to that spot. So just ignore this one and just keep moving up. Yeah, see, that's the nice thing about the wand in this quest. Because it won't stop at one target, it'll just blast through as many Wizrobes as it can get in a line. Yeah, it's kind of annoying when they're invisible bats that you still can't see. Alright, so this boss is going to be a Fire Gleeok. Now, this one's a little different on how you attack it. You could use your sword, but that other hint was mentioning something about some sort of weakness. Pull out your magic wand, because that actually damages this thing. And I think it does a lot more than your sword will do. So that pretty much, that might do as much damage as, like a Master Sword, actually. Because it was 3 and 2. Yeah, I mean, you use your white sword, it's probably like 8 hits or something. That's just to knock off the first head. So use your magic wand, just make your life a whole lot easier. But it's only 3 and 2. I think that's a Master Sword, because I think Magical Sword's like 5 and 3. And then White Sword's probably like 9 and 5 or something, but it's gonna take a lot more hits with the White Sword. So, pulling out your wand may not be such a bad idea. Okay, so that's the real Triforce. You can see it kind of shined blue. I think the other one was like yellow and gray or something, so that was the fake one. So this is the real Triforce, but before you get it, there's some more rooms you can go into. And you got another one of these rooms, you just got to walk around. And there's your Lens of Truth. And you're gonna need that for outside. I don't think it helps with this. I think this one you still have to stumble through the room. So if you use your lens, it actually shows a fake block, so you can get rid of one of these blocks. Yeah, that took a while to finish this level. Doesn't help that was a 8x8 map to deal with. Okay, now that you have Lens of Truth, you can actually go to this upper area. And this is why you need the Lens of Truth, because you're going to basically, this will reveal a path for you to go on. Now you can actually jump across some of these gaps. You can make at least a little bit of a shortcut. Because the thing is, the Lens of Truth kind of eats up your magic pretty quickly. Yeah, unless you have this whole path memorized by heart, which is going to be very difficult to do. Pretty much, you're going to want to have the lens with you. And again, having double magic really helps, because otherwise you probably would barely have enough magic to get to the other side. And a magic ring doesn't hurt either. Yeah, I'm just kind of flashing it on and off, try to use as little magic as possible. You know, you don't need it on the whole time, you just need it long enough so you can see where you need to go. And again, make sure you have a magic ring and double magic, because it kind of helps for this next coming mini dungeon. This takes you back to the other side of that river, so you don't have to go all the way back or fall down. Alright, so here's the next mini dungeon, and obviously I'm already running over on time, so we're gonna tackle this in the next part. Alright, see you guys later.